It's interesting when you carpetbag from jurisdiction to jurisdiction that everybody thinks they're the ones that have the unique homeless problem or the unique fiscal problem or the unique whatever problem. The truth is, there are these underlying themes that connect us all together.
For my own jurisdiction in particular is the city as it's constituted with its boundaries, sales tax levels, what we know about our costs, what we know and can reasonably assume about revenue, is it sustainable? And when I asked the question of my fellow council member, she replied that she really wasn't certain. And that was maybe the most disturbing part of it, was not so much that we could answer it yes or no, but that we answered it with quite a bit of uncertainty.
I think probably independent special districts are at risk because I think the funding will dry out over a period of time. And I don't think it's possible. One, everybody swings to wherever the free lunch is. And so sometime you have to look at a group and say, we shouldn't be here. We should get out of here. And you don't have that. You don't have that thinking inside, which either means more government or more inefficiency. Well, we have the inefficiencies already, but nobody's trying to figure out the broad scope of making it more efficient, more streamlined, and better direction.
You still have to have a police department. You're still going to have some sort of public works department. You're still going to have some sort of services where you account for growth in your community, community services, building departments, that sort of thing. But can you do it in a way that provides the same level of service, but maybe can be done more economically?
For the first time, the rate of change and the number of disruptive forces out in the world, historically agencies have learned that each budget cycle they're able to adapt to individual pieces of technology, labor, and other trends. Right now we have this collision of all of these forces changing at a rate faster than agencies can either anticipate or to be able to synthesize all of these trends and understand where things are going. It's literally impossible for these agencies to individually study and understand the context to which they need to react. So our purpose is to aggregate that data, be able to provide a context that individual agencies can then dive deeper and understand how that larger context tells their story.
Most jurisdictions have troubles just keeping the lights on every day, and that becomes your major focus. And so the idea of going out some period of time and doing some sort of an analysis isn't so much something that people don't want to do, they just don't necessarily have the time. And a lot of them don't have the resources. That's, especially true in a small town like Placerville. We don't have a lot of extra resources to set to these things.
At some point, you have to get an efficient way to build economic development, but what is it? The answer is to create a window that gives you a direction to the future. This is a vision coalition as such, to make things look out there and say, here's all the information. It'll give you a window to look at, see what we can do to change direction.
At face value, the work that we're doing is going to provide the data for cities, independent special districts, and nonprofits to make more strategic decisions against a context of these disruptive forces at work. But the data and the story it tells will also allow private business, utility companies, and others to have the same ability to anticipate these changes in a way that nobody is currently looking at. We're convinced that the world is changing and changing rapidly. We need to invest the resources to get the data collection and trend analysis correct so that then the time and energy is spent around, okay, and what do we do about it? Because again, it's not about the sky is falling, it's about the world will be different and we need to be able to strategically react to it in a proactive way, not in a reactive way.